Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. Look, sometimes you're not going to be welcomed into an establishment, but you know what? Here's the deal. You may not be welcomed by someone into an establishment. That does not mean that you're not supposed to go into that establishment for whatever reason or purpose it is. You have to understand that there are people that have prejudices. They have also egos as well too. So I've noticed that there are some people that are affected by the energy that you carry. It's not that they're being rude per se. It's your energy shifts a room when you enter it. Yeah. There are those of us out here in the world where we walk into a room, our energy shifts the room, and it can catch people off guard. Yeah, it catches people off guard. Some in a negative way, some in a positive way, some in a manner they can't even comprehend or understand or grasp as to why. But you walk into a room and the energy shifts. The energy that comes into the room, for me, is light and love and kindness and respect. But here's the deal. If I don't feel comfortable in an environment, I leave and I take my energy with me. So if I did bring light into an establishment and I notice that there's more negative energy within that establishment, or they're rude, disrespectful, unpleasant, unkind, and I don't feel comfortable, I leave. I remove my presence from that environment. Why? Because my energy and my presence is sacred. It's not for everybody. But that does not mean I need to be hidden off somewhere, closed off from the world, just so that I don't have to have experiences, whether good, bad, or indifferent. I still have to do things. God still calls me to places and spaces and environments to go to be a light. To let people know that they may not see God, but God works through a lot of individuals. And maybe seeing you, maybe having an interaction or an exchange with you, or being around you can change somebody's day, can change and affect somebody's mood in a positive way. I'm seeing radiant on a van drive by right now. Radiance. That's important. That's needed in a lot of places, and a lot of people need that radiance. Especially if they don't have it inside themselves. They want to see, is it even out there? Are there people even out there? And there are. I had an interaction with a young lady the other day that shared her experience of being homeless, not having a place to live, and finally having a place to live, and her questioning if God wants her to move to a new place for a position. And I said, well, God's going to let you know. And she's saying, well, I just got settled and everything. Okay, you just got settled. But if God got you settled there, He'll get you settled in the new place if that's where He wants you to be. So just trust it. My interaction with her, she was a blessing to me. I was a blessing to her. I reminded her from my current situation to trust and depend on God. She received what she needed to hear to make her comfortable and confident in moving forward in the direction that she believed God wanted her to go in the first place. She just needed that conversation with someone to remind her who God is and how God moves and operates. It may not make sense, but that doesn't mean you don't do it. I'm going to share this story with you. I love coffee. A Starbucks coffee drink is going to run you about $7, alright? What if you ain't got it? What if you only have $3? Okay, well that will get you a drip coffee. That's still good, right? Well, guess what? That drip coffee, if you stay in the cafe or you stay on the patio of the building, you can get free refills throughout the day. No limit. I don't like to sit in the patio or I don't like to sit in the cafe. So what I do, I sit in my car. This is my first time having a drip coffee from there. I just did research on it, the requirements and whatnot. I was parked in my car, doing my thing, minding my business. And God told me to go and park in another space, go inside with my water cup because I wanted some water and I wanted some more coffee. Go inside with my coffee cup, go in there with my water cup and request water refill as well as request a cup of coffee refill, even though I've been in my car all day. The associate, the barista, that had a problem with his words when I came in because of the energy and radiance that I carry within me, he wasn't rude, he was polite, he was friendly, and he was attentive. I told him, hey, can I get a refill on the water? Yes, but we can't reuse the cup. Okay, I didn't complain. When I got a refill last night, she used my same cup. I saw another customer go in there last night with his cup, which let me know I could go in there and request a water refill in the first place. That was God letting me know that it was okay. But this guy here, he told me he could put in a new cup. No problem. Okay, thank you. I said, also, I want to see if I can get a refill on the coffee. I know the rule says you need to be in the cafe, but I've been out front in my car all day. He's like, well, yeah, you have to be in the cafe. It's like, or on the patio, right? He said, yeah, or on the patio. But, I'll do it this time since you're new to this. I said, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, it all worked out. Even if I had received a no, okay, I received a no, okay, but God told me to go in there and at least try. And I did. And I'm glad I did because you know what? I got a refill of coffee. I got water here. It is hot. That's why I didn't want to be on the patio. And it's crazy busy in there, which is why I didn't want to be in the cafe. But God worked it out. That was me listening to what God was directing me to do. So there have been times where I've gone to different areas of town, of a city, different locations, different spots that God directed me to go in. And I'm like, why do you want me to go over here when I can go over here to this place I've been before? He just says, just do it. And I've had an experience. A lot of the times it's been a positive experience that I've had when I followed the direction of God. There have been times where it's been a negative experience. And I'll tell you another instance. I was guided to go visit a store that had done business with my company. They had not shopped at my storefront in quite a long time. I went there to go find out, what happened, why they stopped coming to our store, why they stopped shopping with the company altogether. Well, the owner was not there. The owner was taking care of, I believe, her husband or someone in her family that was sick and had been taking care of him for quite a few years, like 3-4 years or whatnot. So she was not always at the shop. She was not in her business. She had other people handling her business. I walked into the shop and walked around, and one of the people working there actually came up to me and asked me if I knew where I was. Do you know where you are? Are you lost? And I looked at her and I said, is there a problem? Should I not be here? When I tell you I left out of there so fast, I understood why the business was failing and not successful. I understand why she wasn't coming to buy items from my store, because she wasn't making sales because of people that were running her shop and running it into the ground. Let me just say it like this. The truth of the matter is, there are some places, some environments that need your presence so that you can assess them and God can make the necessary changes to those environments. Gotta go. Bye.